I'm incredibly proud to be part of the government that is delivering for my community of Newcastle, delivering real projects, delivering real investment, delivering real opportunity, because that is what Labor governments do. We build, we invest and we back communities for the long term, not just election cycles. Over recent months, the people of Newcastle have seen that commitment in action. First, high-speed rail. For too long, people have said it would never happen, that it was a dream, that it was just a line in the map. But under the leadership of the Albanese Labor government, high-speed rail is not just talk. It's moving into its next development phase. The establishment of the High-Speed Rail Authority in 2023 marked a turning point. For the first time in our nation's history, there is a dedicated body tasked with turning high-speed rail from a concept into construction. The next stage of work between Newcastle and Sydney is now underway. Detailed planning, corridor preservation, station precinct planning, the serious work that turns ambition into reality. For the people of Newcastle, this is transformative. It means travel times of around 1 hour between Newcastle and Sydney. It means students can access greater education opportunities with ease. It means workers having access to job markets without uprooting their families. It means being able to travel to a concert, a sporting event or a business meeting and be home again on the same night. But more than that, it means economic development for our city. It means jobs during construction. It means new industries and new housing opportunities. It means investment confidence. And let's be clear, this is happening because Labor made a choice. We choose to invest in nation-building infrastructure. We choose to back regional Australia. We choose to deliver, and we are delivering. The same commitment to backing innovation and industry can be seen in the work being done in Newcastle to support clean energy research and manufacturing. Recently, we officially opened a $3 million upgrade to the Renewable Energy Integration Facility at CSIRO's Newcastle Energy Centre. This upgrade more than doubles the lab's capacity for renewable technologies, allowing researchers and industry partners to simulate and validate how solar, batteries, electric vehicles and grid integration technologies can operate under real-world conditions, including advancing testing of grid faults, microgrids and vehicle-to-grid systems. This enhanced facility will help Australian innovators develop and commercialise clean energy solutions from right in the heart of Newcastle and the Hunter region, and strengthening our national capability as we transition to a cleaner, more resilient and more secure energy system. And alongside research infrastructure, we are also backing Australian-made manufacturing. Newcastle's Cardinia Energy has received significant backing from the Albanese Labor government through the Industry Growth Program to accelerate the scale-up and commercialisation of its printed solar technology. This funding boost will help Cardinia scale production in Newcastle and has already seen its technology deployed in high-profile settings, including powering events like Coldplay's World Tour, showcasing how Newcastle-made clean energy technology can support a big stage performance without relying on fossil fuels. These are exactly the types of projects that turn ideas into real jobs, solidifying Newcastle as a hub for clean energy innovation and manufacturing and giving local businesses the confidence to grow and compete on the global stage. Deputy Speaker, if we're serious about Newcastle and the Hunters' new energy future, we must also be serious about building the workforce that will power it. And that's why it is so exciting to see construction now underway on the new Energy Skills Hub at the University of Newcastle. This is exactly the kind of practical, forward-looking investment our region needs. A purpose-built facility, it's dedicated to helping train the next generation of workers for the new energy economy. a place where university, TAFE and public school students, alongside those studying in other training provider settings, have a very clear pathway to high-quality STEM education through access to hands-on learning, specialist equipment and direct industry engagement. In other words, this is making sure that local people can gain the skills they need for the jobs that are being created in Newcastle and the Hunter. Because the transition to cleaner energy is not some distant idea. It is happening now. And our region should not just be watching it happen, we should, and indeed we will, lead it. The New Energy Skills Hub will help ensure Newcastle remains at the forefront of that transformation, linking education, training and industry all in one place. And this is what our community excels at, that collaboration between education, researchers and industry partners. It will support the development of a highly skilled local workforce, strengthen our region's capability and will help deliver the workers needed for those industries of the future. Labor understands building the future is not only about infrastructure. It's about people, it's about skills, and it's about giving communities like Newcastle the tools to seize those opportunities ahead. And with construction now commenced on this important project at the University of Newcastle, this is exactly what we are doing. Deputy Speaker, delivering for Newcastle also means investing in our cultural heart. I recently had the privilege of speaking at the long-awaited reopening of the Newcastle Art Gallery. This revitalised gallery is much more than bricks and mortar. It's a statement about who we are as a city. It's a place where First Nations art and storytelling are honoured and elevated. A place where contemporary voices sit alongside those historic works. And a place where young people can experience worlds beyond their own and maybe even imagine their own art hanging there one day. The expansion has created jobs, of course, during the construction phase. It's boosted local contractors and it will drive tourism and visitation in our region for decades to come. But more importantly, it gives our community space to gather, to reflect and to experience other worlds and experiences through art. Labor understands that infrastructure is not just about roads and rail. It's cultural institutions too. It is community spaces, and it places that enrich our lives and strengthen social cohesion. And once again, Labor is delivering. Deputy Speaker, the reopening of the Hexham Strait and the restoration of the full 80 km/h speed limit might not make national headlines, but for the 50,000 locals who use that stretch of road every day, it matters. Hexham is a critical gateway into Newcastle and the Hunter. It carries freight, it carries commuters, it connects communities. The completion of this project has improved safety, reduced congestion and restored confidence for people who rely on that corridor, as I said, each and every day. And the job is not stopping there. Progress is continuing on the M1 extension through to Raymond Terrace, and I know my good parliamentary neighbour and electorate neighbour, the member for Patterson, is very pleased about that progress. But we're continuing that work on the M1 extension to Raymond Terrace, but also on the Newcastle inner city bypass, with the finish line now in sight for both projects, so stay tuned. But these are city-shaping investments that will take the pressure off local roads, improve freight efficiency and make those daily commutes faster and safer for everybody across our region. It's a reminder that sometimes the most meaningful investments are indeed the practical ones, the ones that make everyday life easier. And it's another example of this Albanese Labor government working to get things done. Across our city, the Albanese Labor government is delivering on real, tangible investments with more than $46 million directly going into the City of Newcastle to make our community stronger, safer and better connected. This is funding that people can see and use in their everyday lives. It's going into critical road upgrades to ease congestion, to improve safety and keep our city moving. It's upgrading local sporting fields and community facilities so that our kids have got better places to train and play and compete, and so that local clubs can continue to thrive. We're investing in disaster resilience, making sure our region is better prepared for the challenges that we know come with that changing climate. That means strengthening infrastructure, reducing risk and helping protect homes, businesses and livelihoods. Importantly, we're also backing the revitalisation of our local town centres, because we know that strong, vibrant neighbourhoods are the heart of a connected community. From improved streetscapes to upgraded footpaths and public spaces, this funding is helping to create places where people want to gather, shop and spend time. And it's those smaller everyday improvements that matter just as much. Safer footpaths, better accessibility for people with disability, more welcoming public spaces for families. These are investments that deliver an improved quality of life. This is what Labor governments do. It's the kind of investments we want to make into communities, and it's the kinds of partnerships that we typically foster and help all across this nation with local governments. This is the way in which we have constructive relations across all levels of government to deliver for our communities. We're delivering the infrastructure that supports the growth while helping our cities remain livable spaces. For the City of Newcastle, this $46 million is more than just a number. It's a reflection of the Albanese Labor government's confidence in our city and its future. It's about backing the people of Newcastle, supporting the local jobs and making sure that our region continues to be a great place to live, work and raise a family. And I do want to tell you this, Deputy Speaker, we are not done. We have great ambitions for Newcastle and the Hunter region. And I know that myself and all our colleagues on this side of the House will work hard each and every day to make sure that regions like Newcastle and the Hunter, which contribute so much to the prosperity of the state of New South Wales and indeed our nation, will continue to do so for generations to come. Thank you.